every time.
What's that every Monday?
Every Monday wakes you up.
It does.
It's like a shot of Jack or something. I don't know.
I could use one right now.
Oh, tell me about it. It's maybe with a nice hot cup of water for me.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's Monday. It's happening.
Monday.
Yeah. Still
What's
struggling
everybody?
with. Still struggling. The throat is better, but the voice has not fully come back. So someday it will happen.
I can hear like just a tiny squeak, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's about all that's left. But it when last night when I pushed it, made it to like close to 2 hours. I started getting the tickle back, and I had to so if I disappear all of a sudden, that's what's happening. I'm coughing. So
No worries.
So yeah, I already told these guys, I'm like, you're probably gonna have to pick me up a little bit because I'm not 100% yet. William's in the house. What's up?
Hey, William.
So we got you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. That's what happens. Some people just can't handle Vegas.
I mean, I have a lot of questions for you guys tonight. So
Okay. Yeah. We can field some questions. Williams here says, I'm old. That music is too loud. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Okay, totally agree. I know this person from somewhere. I don't know where.
hello, Mrs.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
She's okay. She's been sneezing a little and but we're both very tired for some reason. Like very tired. So and I'm sure there's a real good reason for that. But in a box in the garage, howdy everyone.
Howdy.
What's happening? Rosie says haircut. I assume
Yeah,
she's
Rosie.
talking
I get one every 3 to 4 months.
I love it. I couldn't do that, man. If I did that,
No.
the beard would be in every direction. This would be really long, and this would be the same.
What would you be able to pass for a Santa Claus?
No, I don't have the patience Jimmy has to get the beard to go straight down. So like my beard will just go like it would just be everywhere.
Gotta keep brushing it down.
Yeah, I can't do it. I grew the beard so I could stop shaving. So I don't want to do anything else. Like I'm looking for low maintenance, and that was my plan. So
Nice.
Susan's here, says hello. Hey there.
Hey, Susan.
What's happening? Sarah says I can't handle Vegas. She's in the spare bedroom ready to fall asleep. She is.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Looks nice. See that? Everyone's liking
Thank
the
you,
hair.
Rosie. Thank
Jennifer's
you.
in the house. What's up,
Hi,
Jennifer?
Jennifer.
Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we were talking about Poshmark recently, before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like Poshmark and Google searches are a thing of the past.
I don't know if you got the email or anything, Rosie, since you've been on it longer, but somebody just posted on the Macari group the picture. And I honestly don't know if that was supposed to go public or not, even though at the end it says tell your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell
Posh
your
is
friends,
dead.
please.
Posh is dead.
So if you got the email, let us know, Rosie. But yeah, basically, even my Posh sales have just dropped like bad. And now we know the reason why.
We don't have anything to compare it to because when you go on vacation mode on Poshmark, they put in everything to inactive. And then as soon as we activated things, people bought stuff. So we've had like one sale a day is what we've like, even if that, since we've gotten back. So
I had one sale over the weekend, and it was for a wine opener.
oh, nice.
And
Sounds good.
and then and then I got a bunch of lowball offers.
Yeah, I did too. I had the low ball offer. That's it. I was like, no, I'm not taking $5 for something that's worth $60. Go away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't know. That sucks if they got rid of that kind of thing, and it sucks too because they're the best and the easiest platform to sell on.
It really is.
That's upsetting in a lot of ways if it's true.
Yeah.
So, Here's our answer. Rosie says, no email, but I used to get 3 to 5 sales a day, and I'm lucky now if I get one.
Yeah. And for Sarah, why is that? It's because Poshmark is no longer paying to have advertisements on Google. So that makes a big difference.
So does that mean if I search like vintage Grateful Dead liquid blue shirt that my listing won't show up there, or do you mean it just won't show up as a sponsored?
I honestly have no idea. Since I just read about this 10 minutes before the live, so I don't even know the full details.
Okay.
But I'm assuming it's because when you search shopping, it's not going to show up like it usually does when you use Google Lens or just a search in general. You know, your first searches are usually a Poshmark ad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be showing us as often anymore. Okay. And I have been noticing that Mercari listings have been showing up a lot more now.
That would explain why Mercari has been better for us lately. So,
yeah.
Jimmy, you know this person, don't you? From somewhere?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Sit down the hall. Sit down the hall. Just wave down the hall.
We're waving too.
Yeah, I do know that person. Yeah. Hopefully a pillow don't fly. Like,
oh man, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I did not get married.
Oh, come on. You would have made it back.
You would have plenty of time.
Yeah,
I would have been exhausted.
8 hours total drive time. You'd have been back. Oh. You would have been back 5 hours ago.
10 hours actually.
No. It's been that way for a month ish. So that explains a lot because we did kind of tank recently. So, but yeah, whatever's tanking on Poshmark seems to be getting made up with us from Mercari because Mercari's been crazy. Before we left, I think we had like 7 or 8 sales in a span of like 10 hours on Mercari. So I'm okay with it. But I don't like Mercari's shipping system. So it doesn't show up in the top shopping tab basically at all. That's great.
Yeah.
So
nice.
She's too tired to get up and throw a pillow.
Thank God.
I'm glad we're not the only people that are still tired. So.
Yeah. Oh, and this might interest Rosie. Now we know the true reason that Posh Ambassador 2 was created.
Yeah, we didn't discuss that. So
yeah, let me get the exact wordings for you. Let's see. Okay, so why this is exact wording. Why create the Posh Ambassador 2 status? This is actually an easy way for Poshmark to segregate the top sellers for the purpose of selling accurate data. As top sellers, we are not new users being acquired by the platform. By prioritizing newer closets and smart closets, they can provide accurate data of a real shopper to those companies which are purchasing data. They can also show investors the true cost of a new user.
Interesting.
I have no idea what that means, but in summary, they're trying to get top poshers.
It's showing. They're probably trying to show like the people that are making the most money on their platform so that they can give an accurate valuation to investors. Yeah. That's my guess. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, in the end, it seems that it's all going back to the IPO since it tanked badly.
Yeah, well, we need Elon Musk to buy a portion of Poshmark. That would be great.
I mean, I got a bunch of shoes to sell, and that shipping is just so amazing.
Yeah. Everybody's tired. Jen fell asleep on the phone with Jimmy this morning while he was driving to work. I still feel like my butt is dragging. Yeah.
She did.
It's a tough town. I mean, it's a lot of walking. It's a lot of.
How long did you guys stay awake?
Oh, not that long. I mean, I don't think I was. I think the latest I was out was Monday night. I think I got in around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I think that was the latest I stayed out. But most of the time, like 2 a.m. But that's 4 in the morning here. Or 5 in the morning here. So it's a little rough. But no, I've done a lot more damage in Vegas as far as time spent awake before. But yeah, it's just everything's so big and so far, and you got to walk everywhere, and it's just that coupled with drinking and gambling and everything else thrown on top of that. It's a little rough.
And we're older.
And we're old, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I know Thursday, because Thursday was our last day there. And
yeah.
I told Jen, I was like, "What's the one thing you want to do today?" she's like, I know you want to go to the bins. I was like, yeah, let's go to the bins. But I was like, well, we didn't go here. So by the time we got back for the bins, I was like, oh, but we got to walk. I didn't want to go.
That's right. That's how we were.
I was like, let's just go.
Yeah. That's how we were on Thursday too. But I was telling Ed before, whenever you were going through your thunderstorm there, tell him about the bins in Las Vegas, because that blew my mind. That there was the way they did the bins change, and then there was the without spoiling it, was the system that a few people had for getting things into their cart. You know.
Yeah. So first off, it's another bins you can't film in.
Yes.
They caught me coming in with my but they're a lot nicer. This lady's like, I was like, yeah. She's like, please tell me you was just taking a selfie. I was like, no, ma'am. I said, I was recording intro coming in. She's like, please don't record in here, or you'll be asked to leave. I was like, okay, no problem. So that was nice, and it was not the get out of here, I'm used to. So, but no, they're okay. So generally my bins, they take out like 6 bins, and then they'll bring back 6 bins, and then everybody can stand whatever. Well, this bins, they got a row split in half. So they'll switch out one side, but then you got to wait till every bin fills up, and then as soon as that last one goes, everybody rushes. So like they'll have like rows of clothes, hard goods, shoes, books. So in the meaning of this, and I'll get back to what Adam's talking about. So you're in there digging as fast as you can. People's like round bashing you, people stealing stuff off of you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, well, they're already changing out the other side. So if anybody don't want to deal with that, well, too late. They're taking those bins back behind you. And then they're yelling at you, get out of the way. We're trying to move bins. I'm like, what are you guys doing? But so if you want shoes, so this is where Ed's interested, right? Well, they're digging. But see, our bins, normally they'll have totes beside them, and they're just filling those totes so they can dump them in their carts.
Right.
But these ones, I'm like watching these people drop them on the floor, and I'm like, well, where are they going? Because I'm like, they're not tripping it. Well, they have their kids underneath the bins, putting them in boxes and stuff. So their kids are trained. Like their kids are trained for shoes, clothing.
Whew.
And I'm talking like 4-year-olds. They're tiny, and I'm like, how is that safe that they're underneath these bins?
Yeah, on the floor.
They're 4-year-olds?
They're like 4 or 5. I mean, yeah.
Oh, when Adam said it, I was thinking like maybe 10-year-olds, not 4-year-olds.
No, they're like toddlers, yeah. And you know how the bins, you can shove those bins easy. And they're the same bins like we have. They're the blue bins. And I was like, what? I was like, Jen, we don't have nothing on these people, man.
No.
They're aggressive.
They're hardcore.
Well, I don't. I use my shirt right here. Well, so I had a shirt like this, like no joke. That's how we do it in Ohio. If I'm digging through the bin real fast, because I need to be like Adam and like carry that bag and just stuff the bag. Well, generally, if I like it, I'll do that. Well, I found a non-appropriate single stitch, and I didn't realize that until I got it home. Well, I had it, and all of a sudden I feel it. I'm like, I thought Jen took it off me, and I'm like, wait a minute, she's over there. This dude's running with it. I was like, oh no, bro. I was like, we're going. I was like, dude, give me my shirt. He's like, what shirt? I was like, we're gonna play this. I was like, give me back my shirt, or I'm taking everything out of your cart to get my shirt. Like, he literally took the shirt he stole from me and put it underneath all his stuff. Yeah. And I see Jen in the corner like, oh, this is so bad. She can hear me going off on this dude. So, yeah, but I got my shirt back.
Crazy.
Well, and then, so they have this certain area that they keep all the carts. See, they can't cover their carts.
Oh,
yeah.
They have a cart. They have a cart far over, and so anybody could just go dig in your cart if they want to. So the same lady that told me that we couldn't record, because I couldn't get my cart over there. I was like, because I just brought my IKEA bag. I was like, so if it's full, I can't bring hard goods back with me. So obviously I was only bringing clothing. So here I am. I'm laying out everything that I grabbed. And the lady comes in. She was like, I was like, I would have put it all back in the bins with what I don't want. I'm sorry. I said, we don't have room. She's like, okay, that's all I need to know. And she just kept. I was like, God, what is going on with this lady? But they were nice. I mean, their workers were nice. Like, I give them that. But
Yeah.
the people are hardcore.
Yeah. Well,
so
I gotta assume that they've got some good stuff at those bins, just from all the transients in Las Vegas.
Their shirts were good. Yeah, this is us. Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Just from all the transients and all the people that like go there, stay there for a little while, and then leave. Like they've got to have some good stuff, and I assume that's part of the reason people are so crazy aggressive there. But
well, they threw a curveball. So they had a big white trash bag full of Converse and Vans, and these things look new.
Yeah.
Well, when the bins were rolling out, this guy's like, "Hold on," like it was a worker. He grabbed that bag, and I'm trying to could do this again, like go get the shoes. Like I told her, I was like, we could pack the Converse, or I could just put them in my carry-on, right?
Yeah, or you could ship them.
As soon as they open them things, man, here comes the kids and all their dads, man. I was like, gosh. And we ended up with one Vans Mr. Plow, and I've been trying to find this shoe, and I was like, I know somebody had that other shoe,
Oh, absolutely. One of them probably is still worth money.
Yeah, I loved it though. I was like,
what was the price per pound there?
$1.69.
Yeah, it's Angie's question too.
You're gonna love my bins then.
Yeah, so Ed also went to the bins, and your price is.
Well, so first, I've been talking, I think on this live a lot too, that I'm gonna get stabbed at the bins because I was actually very scared to go because of all the stories, of course. But now they actually have security there now, like an actual security guard watching over. And then the same as you, Jimmy, if they see you recording, no recording, and then they'll actually put you on blast on the speakers. So it's like anybody caught recording, you're gonna get kicked out, no questions asked. So, just like yours, ours 6 bins, but they're all together. As soon as they say go, everybody goes like crazy. So me being like,
but are they segregated, like, and then they have to run to it, or are they all standing around the area?
They're all standing around, and mine's for some reason this time did not have any hard goods, so I'd say 3/4 of the whole bin area was just clothing, and then there was like 3 bins of shoes, and there was no good shoes at all. I think they do the morning rotations of shoes, and in the afternoon it's all just clothing because I only found 3 pairs of shoes, and that's it. Everything else just clothing. But to get to the interesting part, my bin price went up from $1.58 to $2.58 per pound. So it does make a difference, and I didn't know because I was getting a bunch of heavy sweaters. Some of them were actually pretty good, and I could actually resell for a good amount. But I didn't realize that the price increased because I was just too hyped up being there again. And then Belen came with me too, so she helped me out. She helped me find some things. And they did the exact same way as you, but everybody was standing around. So what I did is I just looked for the shortest people, and I just put my hands between them or over them so I could get things.
Yeah.
But we didn't have no kids underneath the bins though.
that is insane. Yeah. In a Box in the Garage is in Vegas. That's why he hasn't been to the bins. Had friends tell me I'll get in a fight.
Yeah, so. I mean, that's the only thing really that I had go wrong was they took that off my shirt or off my shoulders. But then I just told Jen to stay at the cart. I was like, just stay there. I'll just fill it. I said, because once we fill the IKEA bag, I mean, even folding it, $27, we're out the door. So
Kristen's here. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for stopping in.
Hi, Kristen.
Angie's is $1.39 a pound, so that's cheaper than all of us.
Yeah,
that is.
Mine's $1.49.
I don't know if Fart Sack Jack's just being sarcastic. Yes, I do.
Know.
I look different.
You have a little glow to you.
I have a little glow to me. I did get a haircut before, but Jimmy and Ed the same. What gives? I don't know. How does Mr. Taffy get away with filming there? It looks like piranhas in those California bins.
Yeah, so Miss Taffy is actually she's a lot more well known than me, of course. She's I recognize the area that she's in. And she goes to the LA bins, I think daily or pretty often. And before she was able to record, but I'm guessing this time and it was her latest video that she did a premiere in. Somebody just like you, Adam, somebody says like, I don't want my face on the internet. Someone's recording, and then they did it on the speakerphone saying that any recording has to get, taken off or you get kicked out. And then that's why she stopped recording too. And that's how I figured I was like, okay, no recording there because somebody doesn't want to be on the on online. So yeah. But that's how I she kind of encouraged me to go back to the bins because I saw the layout was different, and it was, I mean, believe it or not, it was a little bit more organized than what I remember.
Yeah, it is. It is funny. It is different. That's for sure. But but I mean, it might be another source for you, especially if it's like too hot or something like that, and you don't want to go somewhere. Even at $2.50 a pound, it's not that horrible.
I'd go.
There's no AC in there.
Oh well, then never mind. So, Fartsack, I'm skipping your comment. Jen says it was seriously insane. I couldn't believe it. When I felt the tote hit my leg and saw the girl pushing it and crawling under the bins, I was like, what in the world? That is crazy.
It was different. Like I said, our bins are laid back, and I'm sure. I mean, from what your bins look laid back too, Adam.
They are for the most part. Every now and again, you get a jerk or two, but for the most part, yeah.
But the normal people are like, all right, guys, knock that off, and then everybody just kind of settles down.
And that's really what would happen is you'd get more of a community support if somebody was a total jerk. And like the one lady that everybody talks about being real mean about it, and the lady that cut up the shoe in front of people, like everybody knows who she is, and a lot of people box her out, and she's it is what it is. But Jennifer says hit the like button, guys, so you definitely need to hit that like button.
It would definitely help out.
That's right, Fartsack. See, you figured it out. So, congratulations, Adam and Jimmy. Ed, did you get married last night? Thank you. No, Ed's still single. There's mine.
Well, I'm not single.
Well, Ed's not legally bound yet. We got a question for you, Ed. Ed, generally speaking, where does your shoe supplier get his shoes if you know?
I do not. I know that he gets pallets, and that's all I know.
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out where they're getting them from, but I know they're never going to tell me because they're going to be losing out on a big source of income.
That's right.
But I'm pretty sure these people have been in business with them for so long that they're not just going to tell me after all.
Right.
And my competition has been getting more there, unfortunately. So it's getting even pretty bad for me, even if I have to pay up for some stuff. And then my thrift stores have been getting even worse.
Oh wow!
So it's pretty bad.
Yeah. We haven't. Our thrift stores are about the same as they always have. We haven't seen a real big hike yet, but I'm sure it might be coming. I'm not sure. Whoops. I sent 2 one bins place, hated it. My old lady loved it. No crazy crap I've seen in my short visit. We haven't really. I mean, I've seen weirdos, and I saw a guy skateboard through there once, and I saw a few, but nothing crazy. I never saw kids underneath the bins.
Yeah, that's a first.
That's wild. That was wild.
Only in Las Vegas, right? It doesn't have the ball and chain around it. Exactly.
Well, I kind of do because half of me is sleeping in the room right now.
That's right.
The little one.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so you could just make a quick trip to Vegas and probably like get married by a Squishmallow or something.
Well, I told her I would want to go do it at the Taco Bell chapel because that's
there you go.
That's an interesting story there.
That's better. There you go. That's better. Get yourself a chalupa and get married. That sounds awesome.
Get the party pack.
In Vegas, you can grab the beer at the Taco Bell.
You can do that. And Cleveland has one too, but the Cantina.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't drink, so.
Yeah. You would have felt really out of place last week.
Nah, I'm used to it.
It's an interesting city. Let's say that.
It is.
It's got some really good pictures. Very interesting people in Las Vegas. So, Yeah. So sales wise, since the Poshmark is so crappy, have you been seeing an influx in any other platforms, or has it just been kind of stale all around?
eBay has been stale, Poshmark has been stale, Mercari, everything has been stale for me. And but it's also because I've been unfocused on the reselling part only because I'm getting ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
But
What?
other than that, whatnot, of course.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually was in another auction this morning, and there was another reseller who actually sells almost the same stuff as me.
uh,
It was good.
yeah. So yeah, I think you're going to do all right. I really do. I'm
Yeah.
the only thing that's been concerning me about whatnot lately is there is seems to be a flood,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a little worrisome. But in the same respect, um, it doesn't look like it's doing much at the moment. It seems like everybody's still doing fairly decent on whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I've noticed. I'm almost everybody here that in the chat right now. I think Rosie got accepted. Callie reseller Luis got accepted. Kristen got accepted. Almost everyone we know now is getting accepted.
Yeah.
But I have been noticing a lot of more people getting on the platform, but a lot of them really don't know how to do auctions, or their merchandise just is not great, and they're starting off really, really expensive. Whereas like everybody's just gonna end up leaving.
Yeah, I got. Well, let me get this comment. Don't drive a Navigator to the bin. Someone stuffed my gas tank with McDonald's. Wow,
What?
that's
Wasn't me.
that's a first. Jimmy got married by a beetle, and that wasn't planned. This is true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
there
were?
was. Yeah, there was. Well, as soon as we found this place, I was like, "Is that a Volkswagen over there?" She's like, "I was like, it what? I did not know that thing was there."
That's awesome.
So,
Mark says 40 years of bliss here. Congratulations, Mark. Yeah, see, and our eBay's been better, been pretty decent. I mean, even when we were on vacation, we did all right. I mean, not anywhere near to our average, but for not being there, wasn't bad.
Well, isn't it around this time that everything starts slowing down because people are like spring break or just traveling more than anything?
Spring break should be about over. Summer's been our best. Like our
yeah.
summers are normally our best as far as sales go, and everybody says there's a summer slowdown, and normally our summers are high. But then again, normally our Q4s are a lot better than last year's Q4. So who knows? It seems like your usual like sales are up, sales are down. This part of the year has just been thrown out the window since all
Mm-hmm.
those craziness has happened because a lot more people are traveling right now and than ever before because a lot of people waited until things started to lift. And so a lot of people are traveling and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see kind of a just continued roller coaster with sales going forward. Mark says postcards have been steady, little slower. Toys have died out. Yep, stale for me too. Angie says I have a few great days and then it was silent, then some good days and it was silent. Weird. Yeah, it's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
what it is for us. Vegas was great. We drove a convertible up and down the strip when we got there. Man, that was great. We were there to meet other people. They actually spotted us driving up and down the strip. That's pretty awesome. The car we were in was one of the people we went to meet. That's interesting. I've not been on a whatnot auction in a while. Products and prices, people suck. Well, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they are. And then I see some people are like bidding up things like they're ridiculously expensive now.
Yeah. So I was laying in bed last night, reading, and a little notification came up, and it was like vintage T-shirts, all T-shirts starting at $10, and I was like, okay, like unless they're all $100 shirts, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, and it's annoying too though because I keep getting the notifications every single auction and people that I don't even follow. That's the one thing that I do find kind of annoying.
yeah. The notifications are a little much, and Adam Baldy Pal asked me, he's like, "How do you turn off notification?" And I'm like, "I think you just do this, this, and this." And he said it worked for like a minute, and then it just stopped working, and then everything came back. And I'm like, I just ignore it now because I'm just so used to. Because I mean, all the Posh notifications and all the notifications I get, it really doesn't bother me anymore because like I'm used to looking at my phone and having all these notifications. So I just kind of move along. So, but if you guys weren't so tired, I'd be rolling in cash tonight. I'm sure we'll get to a rant sooner or later, Mark. Any update on the search for the elusive rag shop? No, not for me.
No.
It doesn't.
I mean,
seem...
I had a lead, but it was a dead end.
Yeah, as well as did I. I'm gonna send an email to this guy that will sooner or later. I wanted to wait till after we got back because I didn't want him to be like, yeah, if you come by like April 6th, I can get you. And I'm like, oh, I won't be here. Right. So, yeah, no, that's as far as I got, William. So sooner or later, I might be able to get one. Those people should come to my auctions. Yes, we'll send them your way. Yeah, Farsack Jack still doesn't think Whatnot's going to be around very long. Big namers on there running up prices on everything. Yeah, that is true. That is one of the things that kind of bothers me is that. I mean, I guess it will work out, but.
I mean, I think. How do I say it? I don't think Whatnot is gonna. It's still gonna be around because that style of buying seems to be extremely popular among the younger generations. Yeah. But with the big namers running prices up, the thing is you can't see what items sold for what on Whatnot. It's not like eBay; they can see past transactions.
No, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Oh, you can see it if you have the link like to my auction or whatever, and it's done. You can click that link after it's over, and then go to the little store, and it will show you what everything's sold for.
Yeah, we figured that out today.
We figured that out today. Yeah.
Yeah, but how many people are gonna go back to an auction to comp items like that though?
When the live's done, I'll tell you why we did it.
Yeah. Okay. But a lot of these big namers, it's just their viewers that are pricing things up.
Yeah, it's really not their fault. I think a lot of them are looking to get some mention or maybe some more followers or something. So I think a lot of it has to do with stuff like that. But it'll even itself out at some point. I mean, I heard, I don't know how true it is, but I heard eBay is pushing to do something like this as well. So I feel like they are seeing a pinch. They've got to be. Like I said, I was listening to when Cincinnati Picker was on with the Trash to Cash guys, and he made a good point. He's like, they do what they do very well in certain categories, and they're definitely taking a big chunk out of eBay's business in those categories. And it's, we were talking about Shorty Resells. They sell a lot of Funko Pops, and things like that are very seldom sought. I mean, they are sought after by collectors, obviously, but there are a lot of people out there that are like, they go into Walmart, they say, oh, I like that one, and then they'll buy it. Same thing applies with Whatnot. If they're watching a Funko Pop auction and somebody puts up a Homer Simpson one, and they've always wanted a Homer Simpson one, they might buy it. So that's why Whatnot, I think, is successful at the moment. And it seems like they're starting to get a handle on these garbage auctions, like auctioneers. Like, it seems like they're starting to get a handle on people that are problematic. So
yeah, I got that email too now because I'm starting to get the emails about the new guidelines that they're doing now with the first, second, and third offense.
Yeah,
and you're right. Because Whatnot is actually in I say two categories that they're taking a big part of eBay, which is Funkos and sneakers actually. And you saw how heavily they've been focusing on sneakers, and now Whatnot just comes up, and they're taking a lot of their business like that.
Yeah,
and quick too. And I think it's too because of the automatic payment. It's like they don't have to wait 4 days for a rando to not even pay, and then it's offline for that long.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Jimmy, you did your second auction, right? Or third auction recently.
I did, yeah. I sold all my Vegas shirts. All but one. I found one. I was like, dang it. So now it's going to be on this Friday, but yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it was my lowest auction, but we didn't have no money into it, and it already left out the door, so we're good with it. So
yeah, you got to build the following. I think the first couple ones are people that You know what I mean? And like you're following, and then eventually that's what happened to us. Like our first two were great. And then like it kind of tailed off a little, and then it started to kind of come back up, because then you started getting people that maybe you didn't know, or maybe you only found out, they only found you through Whatnot or whatever, or they told somebody else. And then, so you get kind of that. Cause I would say maybe 50 to 55% of the people that are in our auctions are not on our YouTube, or there's been a couple people that found us on Whatnot and came over to the YouTube channel. So like it's weird how it works, but it does work that way. So, Mark says, I'm researching video on vintage cigarette pack cards. Just bought 500 of them. I think that will do it. That will do it. Not everybody has hundreds of frop on t-shirt. I don't know what frop is.
No idea.
Once Whatnot runs out, large YouTubers to wine and dine wonder what will happen. I'm not sure. Rosie says, I'm really into the Lego, and they have all big Lego YouTubers doing ads and auctions. YouTubers are endless. That's true.
Yeah, and they already have all the big YouTubers on Whatnot, and a lot of them are doing the weekly live. And one of the big ones, of course, is doing pop-up lives now. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure we know who I'm talking about.
No.
Oh, well, I think Josh, he's doing a lot of pop-up lives.
Oh, yeah, he just popped up recently.
Yeah, although I'm very curious about his setup, because it looks like he's doing his auctions through the computer.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
I'm wondering if you can or not.
You can.
I mean,
you can
now, right?
Oh.
I want to know how to do that, actually, because I would be
like with a webcam, or do you have to use
because I think that's why mine messed up the first time, because when I clicked the wrong button on my laptop, and it was trying to stream off my webcam and my phone at the same time. So once I shut my computer down, my phone picked it back up.
See, the problem with Whatnot is you can't test that.
Right.
Test that.
Yeah. Once you're live, you like,
right. So like, how would you even test something like that? I guess the easiest thing is to maybe reach out to support and see if they can tell you what to do, because those guys do typically get back to you relatively quickly. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's probably the easiest way to go about it at this point. But that would be awesome if you could just stick a webcam on a tripod and control the whole thing from your laptop. It would certainly make searching in that stupid search bar easier, because that drives me mental.
Oh, look at him! I got this for $3 at the flea market.
Oh, nice.
And it's connected to my phone, so I could just do it like that.
I have one. I have this one, and this is the one I use for this computer in here. But it didn't make it that much easier for me, because the biggest problem is that, and I know Jimmy's run into this too several times, is that you'll type like we'll do Harley, a Harley Davidson search. So you'll type HAR, and it will try to spell correct it to had or to a word. Mm-hmm. So you'll type HAR, and then you'll see it there, and you'll go to touch down there, and it'll correct it to add, and then everything's gone, and you're like. So then you got to do it again, and then you got to force your phone to make a spelling error, and then you'll find it. And it's just, it's
and then everybody else is watching your screen.
Yeah, and then your screen's doing this the whole time
because you're typing.
Yeah. So.
Well, what do you guys recommend for me? Since I'm gonna try to do it as frequently as possible, but what do you guys recommend for me to do?
Well, get a decent mount, something to mount it on. Turn your ringers off and your vibration off.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who did that.
When I called out, how was it? It was great, but you had your vibrate on. It's like, I was like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, because he's talking and he's like, so single, and you're like, dude, tell Jen to stop texting you. Like, give me your number. I'll text her.
It wasn't Jen. It was John. Bam, I was like, dude, I'm gonna stop.
So yeah, and I just once you get on, you're gonna the first like 5 minutes you're gonna figure it out. Like, and so, but we were talking about this last night, that whole dead air thing that you have, that little timer you have in the back of your head when you're on a live or you're in a YouTube video or whatever. Try to turn it off, because nobody cares. Like, if you're not talking, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Like, and that's one of the problems I have with our auctions is I try to fire through those things as fast as possible. I try not to have any dead air, and Sarah's the same way. Like, she'll move shirts around really fast because we don't want to be like, you know, give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back, or whatever. Like, it's that's probably the best piece of advice I can give you. And that in the first 5 minutes, you're gonna like everything that your training told you is correct, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make it any easier because as soon as you hit live, you're gonna go, "Oh, now what do I do?"
Yep.
So,
Well,
and yeah, if
well,
you,
my
what Jen said down here too, if you have someone to make it to help you, it makes it a lot easier. So,
yeah, she's gonna end up helping me with everything, so that'll make it a bit easier.
the easiest thing for her to do if she doesn't want to be like, on camera or doesn't want to be holding anything is to just, maybe you're just doing all shoes.
For yeah, I'm gonna do that, but and then I'm also gonna, of course, throw in clothing for a different day. But I think she wants to be a part of that one actually.
Okay. The easiest thing maybe to have her do is like when it's sold, drop a label on it with the person's username. And it will make it so much easier in the end because it will give you an itemized list. But if you just have everything in a big pile behind you, you're going to have to sort it, put it in, you know what I mean? If you have everything lit, like with labels on it so that you know what's sold to where, you can box everything up, write their username on the box, and then just ship everything.
Yep.
That's the easiest way to do it. So, I missed some comments here. I just got the weirdest text messages from my wife. Hold on. I'm gonna read this to you because it. Ready for this one? This is a text message I just got from Sarah. I just ordered cake slices off Postmates because I have a coupon code, so don't be alarmed when there's motion detected at the front door. Okay. I'm going to turn this down. I'm like, my computer, I have all Apples in here, so they're all linked together. So text messages come up on my laptop, and I'm like, did that read that correctly? Is there cake coming to my house right now? Oh, man. Rosie says you definitely need 2 screens. It makes it so much easier. See, and both me and Jimmy tried the 2 screens thing, and the same thing happened. It kicked over to the screen that didn't have a camera. So I don't know if you can get it to work with 2 screens, it does make it a lot easier. Because then, like you've seen Rally Roots, their lives, how he's controlling everything from his phone, and he's still able to be on camera. Yeah. So there is a way to do that. And we've tried to do it, and what ended up happening is like I was controlling it on my phone, and my iPad was the camera, and I'm controlling it on my phone. And as soon as I hit auction, for some reason, it kicked over to my phone, and the camera on my phone started working instead of the camera on my iPad. So,
I thought Rally Roots were always was just doing with one phone because I know it was Callie that usually just controls everything.
And she was filming, but he was actually starting the auction from his phone. At least the first one I saw. I haven't watched one since, but
yeah, it's very expensive for what they're doing. I was in it.
Yeah, so
Hi.
What I do is I'll have my auction live on my computer so I can see it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not touching anything, so it's on. So Jen's actually reading if I'm setting a shirt. So she's reading, and obviously you see me handing her the shirt, and she's labeling them when they're coming through. So that's pretty much what I'm doing with another screen, but I don't know what they're doing. I meant to message John and ask him because he's doing the same thing. He's operating off his phone, but he's recording off of something else too.
Yeah, I got maybe when he tells you, Ed, they coming to get you.
Yeah.
Hi, Buying Space. Thanks for stopping
Myra.
in. Coherent tonight. That's good. Mark says a lot of times I jump on an auction and they're walking around the room saying, "What do you want me to run? What do you want me to run forever?" Yeah, I've seen those too.
Yeah.
Random comment. My wife saw a Lego vending machine at the airport. We didn't get it in Vegas. Okay. Cake. I want some damn cake. I got a piece of The cake, but Ed, this might make it worth it for you to go to Vegas just for this. Cake Boss, the guy on Food Network, they have Cake Boss vending machines with
Really?
giant slices of his cake in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but bring a
They have
fork, please.
cheesecake?
No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I think it's actual cake, but the slices are like this big.
Oof,
Like they're
that's
huge.
too much.
But yeah, bring a fork because the forks are always out. So you should disable camera and audio from the one you're using just for searching and such. Yeah, it's muted over here, so everyone said it was good. Yeah, the cake does looked awesome, but never had forks. Cake police. Hide your cake, Sarah. They're coming thinking. Okay, we're off the cake discussion. I couldn't. I'm like, did I read that right? Is there cake coming to the house?
She's talking about the whatnot lives.
Oh, okay. You should disable the camera
Oh.
and audio from the one you're using and just for searching. Oh, okay. That might, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
I'll try it. I mean, worst case,
Yeah.
my screen's gonna be black again, then I'm gonna know how to get back. I mean, that's the worst case.
Well, I would like to be able to use a laptop. That would be so much easier.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got a bigger screen, a keyboard, so you're not, even if this isn't happening constantly when you're trying to, type, and it would be so much easier because then you could just stick a webcam on a tripod and you're done. So, but yeah, did you do the laptop, Rosie, or did you do, you need the newest iMac? So you did do it from a laptop.
See, she used the I word. No.
Well, I have a Mac Pro and I have a MacBook Air. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're less than a year old, so.
I'm never getting an Apple.
Can we circle around about the cake?
Can we circle back to cake? Yeah, sure. We can talk about cake. I mean,
Adam, I wish you'd have been in mine Friday because I was jet lagging doing this and I kept bumping the stand. So my camera, I guarantee, was doing this the whole time. I kept hitting it. I was getting mad. I was getting frustrated at myself.
Oh man, I couldn't imagine doing something on Saturday when I got back.
Well,
because
I forgot. I meant to put my auction for this Friday. I didn't even know I set it for last Friday, right? And I was like, because somebody messaged me on Instagram. It's like, you're doing whatnot today? I was like, no. They're like, not what your whatnot says. I was like, oh crap. So we just threw a bunch of clothes in the washer and dried them and took a long nap, and I thought I was good. No, I was still trying to find the hook. I was like, oh, this is so bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, can you just schedule it for any time, or does it have to be a specific the day after or whenever?
No,
I could have moved it, but I didn't want to move it. So
yeah,
I just do what we
yeah,
do.
you can schedule them anytime you want, and you can actually reschedule them.
Interesting.
I believe you can actually start one that you've scheduled early.
Yeah,
but I'm not 100% of that. I think you could go into your whatnot right now and hit start auction, and it would just start. So,
mine is still saying that I'm interested in selling.
That's right.
Because my onboarding's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the onboarding's interesting. Just the biggest thing to pay attention to is how to use the app.
Yeah, you can't read it, but it says, start now. I could go right now if I wanted to.
Live. Do a live auction on a live. That'd be so funny. Buying Space says, I watched a court show where a guy was suing his coworker. He ate a piece of his cake and bit into Jesus on the cake. He broke a tooth.
Wow.
That's hardcore. No, I used an iPad, but to use a computer, you need the newest iMac that has the full app integration. I don't think I have it then. Interesting. Buddy V cake. Is anybody? We're still talking about cake with vanilla ice cream from Costco. Now we all want cake. Yep. Rosie, that's the M1 chip that's needed. All right.
I'll second the cheesecake.
I could eat cheesecake, sure. Schwann's is coming tomorrow. That's true. They say you shouldn't schedule 5 days before you had the biggest saves, but who knows?
I don't get it.
Yeah, for the biggest saves.
She talking about like people who's bookmarking your auctions.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
see.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
people saving. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do want people. Yes, yes, Lord.
Yes, master.
Yeah, so you do want people. I mean, if you put a video up and everything, and what I do is, and I don't know, it seems to be legal, but what I do is I make a video. Like Sarah will shoot a video. I'll bring it into TikTok, post it, but turn on, who can see, only me, and basically lock it out for the public to see. And then when it saves to your camera or to your phone, I just import it into whatnot. My little TikTok thing's on there, but I don't care. So that way there's some music to it and stuff.
Yeah, and I actually learned a lot from this. The shoe reseller that I was telling you about earlier. I learned a lot from him because it was his first live. I saw him before. I saw his profile beforehand, and he had almost the same as me, like just 17 followers or 19, very low. But he had like 70 people had his auction saved, and he sold everything for a good amount too. So it's like even for a new person, if it's for what I'm gonna do, it seems to be good. So yeah, I see what Rosie means. Like do it a couple of days, that way people can know what it is.
Yeah. Susan says out of the loops, how did it happen? Both couples got married in Vegas on the same weekend.
How did that happen?
It's coincidence.
Yeah.
Complete coincidence. That's up to Jimmy if he wants to talk about it.
Not really. It happened. That's all we're. It happened. That's all. No, I mean, believe it or not, I almost didn't make it to Vegas, so I don't.
That is accurate. Jimmy did almost not make it to Vegas, and he saw a little bit of a drunk Adam when he got there because it was rather late. No.
I think the next morning was the funniest. Actually, when we met back up with you and Sarah, and you're like, "Was I bleeding?" I was like, "I don't think so, man." It was almost like the Hangover movie, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he had an insane story, and I'm sure you've talked about it already till death. But if you want to give the quick version, you haven't told anybody?
No. John wanted to talk about it. I was like, "Nah, dude, we can't." I didn't know if we were going to bring it back on here. That's why I was like, "No, I'll just say I almost didn't make it, but we did." So that's all we can say.
All right, well then go for it if you want to talk about it.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to talk about it, we can just skip all over it.
No, it's funny. It's funny now that you look at it, but
I'm gonna cough for a second. I'll be right back. Go for it.
Go ahead.
So Monday was my flight. Sunday they flew in. Monday we were going to fly in. We'd have been there 5:00 Vegas time, so we were supposed to leave 4:00 our time. Kind of weird, isn't it? So basically, it's been raining all day, and I looked on the app. I realized because we were flying out of Indianapolis, which is 2 hours away, because it was the only direct flights we could get to Vegas, and it was the cheapest. I'm the king of cheap, right? So we use Spirit Airlines. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the big yellow banana. Yeah. Well, I told Jen, I was like, well, they have Interstate 70 shut down, so we have to take bypasses. I was like, we got to leave an hour earlier than what we were going to. So we left 3 hours early. So we left at 11 a.m. Left the rain, and it started tapering off about 1:30. But so leading up to this, I forgot to tell you this, Adam, but leading up to this, she's like, I forgot my headphones. I was like, you know what? Crap, I did too. I was like, so we stopped off, got brand new headphones. Obviously, here's the blue pair that I'm wearing. So we stopped at Richmond, which is halfway to Indianapolis. So we just kept. So after that, I was like, we got to keep going. So we ended up in 6 traffic jams before we hit the airport.
Jeez.
Get in the airport. Because we were supposed to board our plane at 3:35, but so we found Spirit. We got all of our bags checked, weighed out perfect. They took them perfect, right? I get through security, so I go through security. Jen's already through. I didn't realize I had chapstick in my pocket. So they're like, "Sir, to the left." I was like, "What?" Hands up. I was like, what's going on here? Because you know how you go through the thing, right? I was like, he's like, yeah, we're just going to check. I was like, whoa. Nope, look straight. I was like, what's going on here? He's like, I'm going to ask you this one more time. Do you have anything in your pockets? I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I emptied it. He's like, okay, now you're lying. You have something in your left pocket. I was like, he's like, so I need you to keep your one hand up and reach in your pocket. And I was like, I was wearing cargo shorts.
Yeah.
So my chapstick was in my my pocket. I was like, oh, it's just my chapstick. He's like, well, I need you to pull it out slowly and point it away from me and open it.
Easy.
I was like, I have beard, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. So I was like, it's chapstick. Okay. He's like, all right, well, you can go on. So I looked down. I was like, Jid, we gotta haul Bud, you know?
Yeah.
So we're hauling to this plane. It says on time, whatever. And I took a screenshot of that. I was joking. I was like, here's the plane. It's sitting right behind us, right? Well, all of a sudden, I'm like, I look, there's this big clock in front of us. I'm like, why does this thing say 3:55? And I'm like, we're not on this plane. but the pilots are on the plane. And then they just made an announcement stating that, because we were supposed to leave at 4:10.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a little delay because we're waiting on the plane from Fort Lauderdale to come in so we could put 2 stewardess on the plane from Fort Lauderdale in. So I texted Adam. I was like, there's a delay and I don't know the time. And I was like, I'll be there sometime. So fast forward all the way through this. Well, Fort Lauderdale plane comes. I watch all the stewardess leave. I'm like, I don't think
Flight attendants.
Back. Yeah, sorry.
Easy.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyways, they end up canceling our plane.
Oh.
So by the time they cancel it, I've already missed 2 flights to go to Vegas. And so we start. I get on Expedia because I had my trip protection. They're like, oh, you need to go talk to Spirit Airlines. I'm like, why do I need to go talk to them? I paid for you guys to find me a flight. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I know. But so I've been stuck in an airport at this point for 6 hours. I've been on the phone for probably 4.5 hours, back and forth, just talking to people, trying to find me a flight. All the planes are getting booked up. So the best they could do for me at this point in time was Delta Airlines flying out Tuesday morning, which I would make it to Vegas at 8 or something, their time.
Yeah.
It was weird. Well, I found out how much this was going to be with one way with bags was $1,100. I was like, so
wow.
I pull out my card shaking and I was like, all right, just do it. I don't care. Just do it. Well, as soon as she swiped, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. This flight's now full. I was like, what? But she's like, but there's another flight at 6 o'clock, or you still leave the same time, but you'll arrive at Vegas at 1:45 p.m. Tuesday. I was like, I can't be in Vegas at 1:45 p.m.
That would have been all cutting it pretty close.
Well, we'd have been wearing what we're wearing. But anyways, I was like, okay, give me a second. So I went back to talk to her. That flight got, because all these people that are trying to leave the Spirit are jumping planes, right? Well, there was a flight leaving at 10:50. This is where we're getting to.
Yeah.
That plane got filled up. So Jen's like, but we never went and talked to Frontier. I was like, babe, I checked the app. It's full. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm like, my next phone call is to Adam saying, hey, we're not coming. I don't know what else to do.
Right.
She's like, please go talk to him. I was like, okay, just to prove you wrong, we're going to go talk to him, right? I was like, stay here with the bags because I'm tired of taking my bags. So I walk up. I was like, lady, I just need you to tell me no, but is there any room on this plane at 10:50 tonight? She's like, well, what plane? I said, the one leaving for Vegas. She's like, let me check. She's like, oh no, honey, that thing got full a long time ago. Well, there was another guy up there, and I'm wearing a blue sweatshirt. Well, the one I just put around, and I'm like, okay. I'm thinking in my head now, I was like, or do I just grab a rental car and we're going to drive this?
No.
I mean, one way or another, we're going. I mean,
Good Lord.
But anyways, so I'm tired of hearing no. So I'm just like, okay. I just took a breath and I just walked to her. I was like, I got to call Adam. Well, then all of a sudden, she's like, sir. And Jen's like, I think she's talking. And then, sir in the blue. And I'm like, because right now the airport's empty. I mean,
Right.
now you could hear a pin drop in this thing, right? And she's like, I'm like, what is it? So I walk back up there. She's like, sir, do you believe in miracles? I was like, not today. she's like, well, for some reason, two seats just came available. I was like, you're messing with me, lady. There's no way. I was like, not within 8 minutes, you know.
Right.
You know. And she was like, but you're gonna pay up for them. I was like, well, is it cheaper than $1,100? She's like, yeah, it's gonna be about $6,000. I was like, do it.
Right.
Let's just do it. So she swiped them. So let's just fast forward. So I have to go back through security. This time I don't have the chapstick. Yes, I got to keep the chapstick. So this time I put the chapstick in my book bag. It's in there. Same guy standing there. I go back through. Sir to the left. I was like, you're kidding me. So I get frisked twice. Well, this time it was because my button's on my shorts. I was like, it's my cargo shorts, man. So they let me through. So we get up to the Frontier Airlines because now we switched flights just to one way. We're still keeping our flight back. This plane says delayed. I'm like, what is going on? So I text Adam. I was like, just go to bed, man. Because I know it's like 1 in the morning. I know. And he's like, I'm not going to bed. It's
I'm like, no, I'm good.
So all of a sudden, we get on the plane. I text him. I was like, hey, man, no Wi-Fi. We're going to fly. He's like, well, we'll be here somewhere. I was like, okay. Well,
I was.
So we land in Vegas, right? We stay on the they pull the plate off to the side. So I'm like, what's going on here? And I'm looking. I'm like, Jen, they're going to keep us on this plane. She's like, but I got to pee. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Get up. I mean, they parked the plane because everything was full. Because it's in and out. It's in and out. So we sat on that plane probably for 40 minutes. So by the time I made it to Adam, now my room got canceled.
Oh.
So they ended up giving me a smoking room. And we won't go there on the smells. But so finally, by the time I fight Adam, I think it's 2 a.m. Vegas time.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I'm sorry, man, but you need a drink. Because I was like, he's like, I'm just happy to see you.
Yeah, I was happy to see him and just happy in general at that point. I had won some money off a virtual blackjack dealer, who I yelled at for about an hour and a half along with my friends. And
so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, we stayed in this airport for 9 hours. It was crazy.
It was nutty. But you did get to keep the chapstick. Buying space is flying on a banana isn't appealing in any way.
So why did Adam say if he was bleeding?
Oh, so Sarah, when I woke up in the morning, Sarah was like, "What's on your nose?" And there was after it was me and a friend, Dave, a friend of mine, were there, and Dave was gone. Just gone. Like Jimmy was like, "Hey, I'm Jimmy," and he's like, "Hey, Dave." Like gone. So I'm like, I talked to them for a little while. They're like, we're gonna go to bed. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna get some pizza. So I went and I got some pizza, and then I went up to the room, and Sarah was up there. And then the next morning I woke up, she's like, what's on your nose? And it was like this big, it looked like a scab right here on my nose. And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, is that? And so I took it off, and I'm like, well, it's gone now. And I'm like, I don't know if that was a scab or that was pizza sauce. I have no idea. It could have been either. And then I asked Jimmy the next morning, I'm like, was I bleeding when you saw me, like right around here? And you're like, no. And I'm like, it must have been pizza sauce then. So,
oh, geez.
Pizza sauce.
What an adventure for you guys there.
Oh, yeah.
Dave,
it was.
Dave was gone because when I showed up to their wedding, I met their best man, and Dave's like, hey, I'm Dave. I was like, yeah, we met last night. He's like, we did? I was like, okay. I was like, you were gone, man. It's cool. I was like,
this first time.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy. How's it going?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were at the margarita happy hour before, so it was buy one get one free. We all ate dinner there. It's good. It's a Mexican restaurant right in the Flamingo, and it's just really good. Well, really good for us, probably not for you, Ed, because you live in LA. But it was good, and they have 2-for-1 margaritas any size, and their biggest size is 65 ounces or something, and their medium size is like 30. So we were drinking the 32 ounces, and everybody was
Holy.
yeah. So we started the day with that and just kept going. So, but it was fun. Yeah, we had a good time. But either way,
Except for the planes.
ours was fine. We left on time both ways, and we left on time. Got there early on the way in and early on the way back. So, and my friend Jim was like, my parents fly out of here all the time, and there are always flight delays, and there is frequently flight delays in Las Vegas, but we took off like 3 or 4 minutes late, coming out, and got into Pittsburgh like a minute late, and then on the way in, we got in early. So it was good. See you later in a box in a garage. Got to work early tomorrow. Then I missed your comment earlier. He said this, which is kind of interesting. I thought, just look, didn't even know Buddy V had a cake shop here in Vegas. Might actually go to the Strip for the first time in years to visit his shop. Yeah, you don't even have to go to his shop. You can just go to the vending machines they have.
Yeah.
Gulf Coast Pickers in the house. What's up, y'all? What's happening?
Hey.
Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it was a fun trip. I mean, and I can't say enough about the Flamingo and the wedding side of it, because they really, really did a good job as far as like the whole wedding went. Like I was very impressed with. This is Sarah's favorite picture, by the way. So
yeah,
precious.
Yeah, that's the one. That's one of the ones she sent me.
Yeah. Oh, she sent them to you? There you go.
Yeah, she sent 2.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, that's.
I thought that one was good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Did she ever post the one where she said you guys were forcing it because it was?
that was the one that was the kissing one. Yeah.
Okay.
The little lady that was doing our pictures, like actually like hid in a bush to get that shot. Like she was like ducked down inside a bush, and she
was hardcore.
She was super hardcore. Like I think everybody at the wedding felt like they were at like some sort of like Hollywood event or something, because she's just following people around taking pictures of them. So it was fun though.
That's a dedicated photographer right there, though.
For sure.
Yeah, and the lady that married you was cool too.
She was.
There was people that came up. I don't know if you were out there with Jim yet, but there was a group of people that came up, and she's like, "There's a wedding, go." I was like,
oh, awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that. No, she was great.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with it, and I was worried too, because you're not allowed to select your officiant. So we were a little worried about it, because they were like, you just get whoever's there. So either we got the luck of the draw, or they're all really good. So, but anyways, back to reselling.
Yeah.
So
let's see. I
thought
I had a couple more.
You had a couple things. Yeah. We, I'll talk about something that we didn't do any sourcing while we were in Vegas. However, someone reached out to Sarah, and she bought 50 plus Cabbage Patches. So they'll be here tomorrow. 50 Cabbage Patches coming our way. So that's going to be.
How many need to be cleaned?
I'm not sure. They all look to me like they were in decent shape, but like pictures don't really, you can't see details, you know what I mean? So there could be spots like on the arms, or like maybe a spot or two on the face that you just can't see. The hair could be all jacked up. So there's going to be a lot of Cabbage Patches in this house tomorrow. So I don't know. We were going to do an unboxing video, but that would be a very long unboxing.
That would be a very long one.
Yeah. So I don't know what we're going to do, but, and then, maybe you guys can help me with this. It's an idea that I had. Do you think that anybody would be interested in hearing about, like, because we buy a lot of old photographs and stuff, right? And I was thinking about doing a video because I haven't done like a vlog style video in a while because I don't know, they never perform as well. So I always kind of veer clear of them. But this one I've been thinking about doing for a couple of weeks now. And I was going to do it yesterday or today, but with the way my voice is, I think it would take me forever. So I'll probably wait till next week. But like I was going to do like a video about like how to buy and why we buy, like so why pictures sell so well and how to buy them and what to buy, that kind of thing. Like I think people would be interested in something like that personally. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I would because, like I said, estate sales are starting to pop up now, and garage sales are. And I've passed up on these things and postcards. Like I said, I've been watching Mark on his postcards, learning a little bit about those because they wasn't my niche, so I just walked past them.
Yeah.
So I probably, I know I've walked past money, just not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not knowledgeable enough in that area to actually say much because I mean most of my videos are like that kind of like blog style, but they're more information about the marketplaces. When it comes to like a specific niche, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, I find that I'm telling you, if you didn't have a face to this voice right now, you'd think I'm like 14. Just the way my voice keeps going up and down. I find that like the videos that have legs are ones like this because people will Google search something like, why do black and white pictures sell so well on eBay? And then it comes up in the Google searches. So my Vendu video is the same way. Like you get a lot of people and you could do it with List Perfectly. Same thing. Like you get a lot of people that are Google searching and they're, trying to find videos that are actually informative rather than ones that are trying to sell you on a product. So they tend to get legs, and so I'm probably gonna make it for next week because it seems like a lot of people would be kind of interested in stuff like that. So
yeah, actually, it does make sense because even till now, and the video I made it in December, my Mercari Local, and I'm still getting questions on that. So I'm assuming it's because they're probably searching what is Mercari Local. Although I did get my first troll this time though.
Oh, tell us more.
But it happened, I think, about 3 hours ago, and
wow,
they were referring to the part as to why I got a 4-star. And let me see if I can find the exact comment. It was let's see. They said that they're not shocked that I got a 4-star because of how I keep my surrounding. It's reflected in how I deliver my package, and that I'm not very organized and my inventory is extremely messy.
Wow.
I was like, I'm working with what I got, and it's actually a lot more organized than what I was before. And then I gave that comment a thumbs down. And then I just explained it's like, hey, to you it might not work, but to me it's very organized, way better than it was before. And that's actually just for a Mercari Local sale. If you go see my other What Sold videos, I actually do pack my items very well. It's just that one.
Certainly with the tape.
Exactly. So it's like, that was just a Mercari Local. It was a machine that it was just like whatever. It's going to 10 miles from me. Right. So it's not going to go thousands of miles away from me. So
yeah.
I didn't really care.
Still haven't had one. So,
still no?
Yeah. Nope, still nothing. Mm-hmm. Mark says to hide the camera and let her open the boxes without knowing. Oh crap, she is on here. Nix that. Yes, 50 cabbies is the official clickbait for who would think someone in the right mind would buy 50 cabbies viral. It's a good point.
That's a good point.
Do before and after video, also recording her stuffing them all in the washing machine. She doesn't do that anymore. They get their own little private tub now.
Yeah.
So that's what she does. But that would be a really good video. They'll be saying, "Did you see that crazy doll person standing on the washing machine screaming?" Oh Lord. Yeah, that's about all we did in Vegas. We did go into a couple Harley Davidson stores hoping they'd have things on clearance, but they didn't. So
no, they never have the Harley stuff on clearance.
No. That would have been awesome, though. Could you imagine?
Yeah, that would have been sick.
I would have bought that, all of it.
Oh, I actually did hit some yard sales for the first time, actually.
Oh, yeah? How'd it go?
It went pretty well, actually. Because the flea market, it was a fail. I only got, I think, like 12 shoes. Because, like I told you, unfortunately, my competition is starting to go up a little bit there now. And I'm waking up late, unfortunately. But we went, and it was 100 degrees on Saturday too. so that made it even worse. I didn't really want to stay there that long,
Yeah.
and we had the kids, so you already know how that's going to be with hot weather.
Yep.
And so didn't get anything. Got our usual lunch, and then my girlfriend sees a green sign, yard sale, and she's been basically begging or bugging me to take her to a yard sale. So I was like, fine, let's go, because she's just telling me every week. So we go. She just went out to go check really quick, and the first thing she finds is a plush. Is $1, and it sells for $35 plus shipping.
Nice.
So I'm like, really?
Awesome.
So we go out and like start searching and everything. I didn't find anything, but I think she found like another shirt. I go to 2 more, nothing, and then the last one I get a pair of shoes for $1. We get 2 shirts for $1, so it's actually pretty cheap. So I might start doing yard sales.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
That's on our to-do list. In fact, a lot of our content probably is going to be garage sales this summer because we plan on hitting them pretty hard this year because, like you said, and like we've all been experiencing, is that thrift stores are starting to kind of go up in price, and the bins are starting to become the place to shop now. And so
Yeah.
you got to kind of mix it up a little, and that's what we've been doing.
Well, I know you guys don't have your flea market year round, but when you guys do,
we do.
Oh, you do?
I don't know about you, Jimmy, but our
we
flea
do.
market. So they're year round, but like the way it works. So like the one down the street from my house it's year round. They have a building that's set up there, but inside the building, everybody that's inside that building is there all the time. Like their booths are set. They basically rent them on a yearly basis. So there's never any new inventory. It's like, you go to a flea market, they always have like the one guy that sells all the like cheap imported Chinese crap, like, and then you've got the guy that sells records and baseball cards, and you got the toy guy, and they're all in there. And so that's really all it would be, is going back and seeing the same 12 people over and over again.
Oh, okay, yeah, because right here, like when I went to the bins, I could tell that there were at least 5 flea market vendors there.
Yeah.
They had like 5 carts full of shoes, clothing, everything. And I swear, I think one of them recognized me because she kept staring at me. I was like, I stared back. It's like, do I know you? She looked familiar too, but I don't know who she was. But I saw that she had one card that she's about to check out, and then she had her kid with 5 other cards that more than likely she's gonna check out later also. But it was all full of shoes, clothing. I was sad. when I saw all those shoes that they had, I'm like, oh.
Mark says also the thumbnail could be cabbies and dryers looking out with flames. Just did a 20-minute video of me pulling 20 postcards with a camera attached to my hat. They will watch anything. Rosie said she's already been to a few yard sales.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't. It's been miserable here. Buy the biggest thing at the yard sale and make Sarah carry it. The comments would be priceless. Do a video where you're on the hunt to find the biggest pair of jeans or the biggest belt. Well, Jimmy, you found probably the biggest shirt you've ever seen in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was a 7X, man. This thing was huge. I was like, Jen, should we get it? I was like, no, it probably weighs like 4 pounds. Nope, put it back.
If you didn't have a hotel room, you could make a tent with it.
Right?
It's a big shirt.
I mean,
hey, you probably would have sold it too.
I think that would have probably been the biggest shirt on Whatnot, man. If really.
Easily.
That's
a big shirt.
I've seen a 6X come out, but I've never seen a 7.
Was it a t-shirt or was it like a polo?
It was a polo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever seen a t-shirt that size.
No, I don't think I have.
The biggest t-shirt I've seen was a 4XLT.
Yeah. Which is more long than it's wide too, but
yeah, I had that 5X Back to the Future shirt. That was a 5X.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The biggest one we ever sold was a 4X, and it didn't do well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and they do well on eBay, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because people, they're hard to find, especially if they're like random T-shirts, with like some sort of graphic on them. Rosie thinks next weekend will be the first good weekend. If it wasn't for Easter, it would probably be this one. Yeah. See, our weather is miserable, like until mid next week. Like we're rain every day except
Yeah.
for Friday, and then rain again. So like it's miserable. So
It's feeding the grass.
by 500 Beanie Babies. Yeah, but the problem is you can't cut it.
No.
So like I'm gonna have a bunch of people calling me end of next week, being like, "Where you at?" And I'm like, "What you want me to do? Do you want your lawn to exist, or do you want me to cut it whenever it?" Because I mean, the mowers I have are pretty powerful. So if they're wet or they're muddy or anything like that, there's just gonna be tire marks going through your lawn. Like that's all you're gonna get, and it's just gonna be so. And I frankly don't want to get them stuck either, because I've had to pull a mower or two out with another mower, and I don't want to do it again. So
that's a bad day.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's happened several times. It's not going to ever happen again. I can promise you that. But
I was gonna actually ask Rosie. She said that she was only gonna try one more time for Whatnot. Are you gonna be done if it doesn't go well? Because I might have misunderstood that last time. Because I know I saw her say that.
I thought Rosie's sale went pretty well, but
Yeah, I don't know if she meant clothing or just random things, or her by herself. I'm not sure.
it's intense. I think everybody should know that. That's one of it looks a lot easier than it is. Like, and
it's hard.
if you have any sort of video presence, you want to keep talking for some reason, and it's very hard not to. For me, it is, at least. I don't know about you guys, but I've tried to take my time with it, and I've tried to just kind of chill out and let it go a little slower, and I can't do it. Because I'm sitting in the back of my mind, and I can hear my music playing or something, and I'm like, let's go. So,
yeah. That was me Friday, because I kept staring at Jen, like, because I haven't experienced the 3 no sales in a row, and I'm like, I'm done. She's like, I'm like, all right, I'll keep going. Screw it, So
I thought you were going to say you kept looking at Jen, and Jen was going.
No, she was like telling me to stop, because I was my temper was starting to come out. It wasn't because I was getting frustrated, because I'm like, because again, somebody requested a shirt and I hung it. They didn't bid on it. Nobody bid on it. I was like, you just wasted my time with this shirt's down on the bottom of the pile. Come on.
I mean, I was gonna ask, does it really get that frustrating?
Yes,
it does.
Yes, I mean it can. There's the answer to your question. Didn't love it. It was chaotic. It is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can. And okay, so and this is, I guess there's more than one reason this one got frustrating, but that our crew neck and tie-dye auction that we did, we've had every auction that we've ever had, someone has come in and asked for crew necks, or 3 or 4 people come in, any crew necks, whatever. And then we've run crew necks, and they've done really well. And then so we did the auction with just crew necks, and I don't think our product the products we had were that bad. Like, I don't think they were bad at all. I think they were at least $5 to $10 crew necks. And there was 3 or 4 people in the chat requesting things repeatedly, and then I'd request them, we'd put them up, and they'd no sell, or they'd sell for $1. And I'm like, and then after a while, and it's hard for me, and I don't know about you guys, but it's very hard for me, once I get frustrated, to not let it reflect through my voice. Like, because eventually I'll just be like, yep, Star Wars crew neck, starting at $1.
Yeah, that was me Friday. She was like, stop. Yeah. She actually said it real loud, like, stop.
And then
keep running it. I was like,
yeah. And then the other side of the coin is it's just like, you know what? The hell with you guys. I'm just going to take this stuff, put it on eBay, and it's going to sell somewhere else. Like, I'm not going to keep doing this and giving this stuff away. Like, I don't mind people getting deals. Like, that's not a problem. But, like, no. I don't want a bunch of 59-cent payouts coming my way after this. Like, I don't know. I would like to make at least a couple bucks. Like, if I'm selling things for $3 and $4, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. If I'm selling things for $1 over and over and over again, and there's a bunch of people requesting things that they're not bidding on, because the ultimate goal of it is to get 2 people that want something, and then they just keep going back and forth until one's like, it's too much. So if one person is requesting it and they're not bidding on it and somebody else bids on it, it's just a waste of my time, because this one person is going to bid on it. It's just going to count down from 30 and then they're going to take it and it's done. So that's why we started taking requests in the beginning. And that's why we still do it, because, we at least know one person wants it.
Yeah.
So then, chances are good somebody else might want it too. So that's kind of what we do, but it can get very frustrating very quickly. So Jimmy wanted to stop his last auction Friday early because it was slow and not going so well. So I told him to run the rest. Yeah. Rosie said it went okay. I made like $100 and I had basically nothing into the inventory. Maybe we'll like it better this week because I'll be less anxious. Yeah. It gets easier. Yeah. I don't get this one either. We've had every auction someone's come in and asked for Jesus tees. Jesus tees have been big. One we had people asking for, and big boy t-shirts.
What are big boy t-shirts?
Like 3X, 4X.
Yeah.
Oh,
3X.
okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to find big clothes.
It is. If I could have an auction that's just 2X through 4X, I would do very well. Especially if they're like decent shirts.
And that's what I was actually trying to look for over there at the bins. But for some, well, not for some, at our bins, it was just pure small through large. You could barely find an XL and above.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2X and 3X do well on other platforms too. So it's a common thing. Mark says, do a video. How fast can I sell 50 cabbies on Whatnot? It's just, they're crying and waving.
Well, they've tried it. They brought out one cabbie.
Brought out one. Nobody wanted
Remember your first one? People kept asking. You're like, hey, I can't start this at $1. We're going to start it. And you started it low. That was, to me, that was low.
$10.
And nobody bid on it.
And I was going to ask, do you guys think starting at $1 really does make a difference, or just start at whatever you think you want?
Well, I mean, $2 at the minimum. I think it turns people off, and I don't know. I'm sure the chat might think differently, but I don't. To me, if you're on an auction and you're not prepared, because the way it works is you got to think of it as a whole, not as per item. So you got to think of it as, I got $50 into everything I'm selling right now, and that's what I got to get back. So one pair of shoes, like for you, for example, one pair of shoes may tank and you may sell them for like $2 or $3. But then there's a pair of shoes that should only sell for like $10 on eBay that sells for 15 or 20. So it's going to even itself out eventually. And that's kind of what happens. And that's kind of why it works as well as it does. But if you're, and in my mind, if you're not prepared to take that loss on the one and get the gain on the other one, you shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? Like you're doing something wrong, because, and I've seen people do it. Like I'm starting, if it's something ultra super rare, like that Calvin Klein shirt that Jimmy had, where he's like, I'm not starting this at $1. Like I can understand not wanting to give something like that away. But if it's just something common, like if I'm running this shirt or something, I'm not going to start this shirt at $3 just to get what I paid for it out of it. I mean, that's stupid. It's showing that you just don't have the confidence. And that's what it, yes. Sarah has to stop me from getting sassy every now and again.
Well, what blows my mind is I'll look at like this, right? I'll be like, man, this is going to be really good. Well, this is going to tank every time. Yeah. And then I'll take a modern Marvel t-shirt you can get at Walmart, no joke. And this thing will go for $20. I'm like, what is, and Jen's like, stop. I'm like, this is blowing my mind. And then I'll grab another Marvel shirt, put it up. It'll do 13, 14. I'm like, all right, now I'm going to bring out a cool, like a name brand single stitch, right? $3. I'm like, dang it. I could have got this $10 or $15 on Poshmark, That's, but like, so, after it's all over with, it equals itself out.
Yeah. So. Another good example of that is things like, when you go to the thrift store, you'll see like, 2XL Star Wars shirts, like, the Phantom Menace or whatever, just common. And, they printed the hell out of these things. There's thousands of them in the marketplace. There's tons of them. So, there's lots of them out, and you wouldn't buy them to sell on eBay because there's just too many of them. Those sell really well on Whatnot, because you get people in there that are like, I'm looking to buy a bunch of 2XL t-shirts and I want cool ones. I want things that aren't, normal and things like that. So they sell really well. On eBay, they wouldn't sell hardly at all, or they'd take forever to sell. But on Whatnot, they'll sell really well. So, and I think you're going to do really well because there's a lot of people like me that are in the same boat where I can go to a thrift store and I can't find shoes, or I can find them, but they're $25, $35. And if you're selling yours for 15 or so and I can get 7 or 8 pair off you, that's worth it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because another is because like I tell you, I learned a lot from this guy, and he put up just your regular pair of Adidas Ultra Boosts, just your regular black, white, nothing special about them. They're the ones that they mass produce, right? And he started them off at $5 and it sold for $40. That's insane because there was nothing special about them. But even for a reseller standpoint, I wouldn't buy those for $40. So, I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know if it was the thrill of the auction or somebody just wanted them for personal use. Either way, that's sold for about what you would sell on eBay.
Right. But that's what you had. You had 2 people in that auction that really wanted them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. Like a good example would be like, I like the Challengers a lot. And if there was a set pair of size 13 Challengers on there, started off at $1 and there was somebody else that wanted them, and we'd just go back and forth until one of us gave up. So it can happen.
Well, and Boost are a good shoe, man. I mean, you could wear those with anything. So that's, I think, and like you said, they're all black. So it's going to be hard not to wear them with something.
Were these and then these were all used, like basically what you sell?
Yeah, they were all used shoes, the exact same thing that I sell. The only difference was, he put up a pair of Hokas. They're the 2020 version of the Cliftons, and that thing sold for $50. I think you could probably sell them on eBay for maybe double that, but it's $50 that you sold like that.
Right. Well, so and that's the thing is that it's gone and out of here like fast, and that's one of the advantages to Whatnot is you can get things moving real quick. Also, when it comes to shoes, like I said, if I were you, and you have to enter in all your, well, you don't have to, but I would definitely do that what you do, because you have, how we go, like when you click on our little store and you can scroll through everything. For you, I would definitely put the style and the size, because then you're going to get people perusing through what you've got and either pre-bidding or putting a notification on when they come up. So it would be worth. I think you're going to do well. Yeah,
and so far I've only seen 2 people who actually sell used shoes, and it's the one that you know about, and then the one that I just saw today. And a lot of the people that they were there, they were looking between men's 9 to 13.
Yeah.
And no women's at all, actually. They were not even interested in the women's shoes, but it was mostly men's shoes. So now I know what to at least put for my first auction. That way I can start getting some attention or, more followers. And slowly I'll definitely be able to learn a lot more.
Yeah. No, I think you're going to do all right. Update.
I saw that.
Cake is delayed. Feel like it might not come. No forks in Vegas. Now this. Rosie says she leaves an auction if it's not starting at more than $1. Yeah. Cake curse.
The cake's on Spirit Airlines.
That's right. Yeah, it's on its way from in the yellow banana. Mark leaves if it's not starting at $1. Next time, to make it easier, just have the buyer send you the address and call it a day. Thanks, Mark. I also think it's
like
to have the lowest COG cost of goods possible.
Cost of goods,
yeah. No need to pay. I'll just send you the shirt. Yeah. We did have one come back, return to sender, and I reached out to Whatnot, and I think they got back to me while I was on a vacation, but I can't find the email. Oops. Oh, it's key to have the lowest cost of goods possible. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
it is.
But say it's like, stuff like me. Adam, you already know how much I pay for my stuff. I think most people here know how much I pay for my stuff, which is basically $10 a pair. Sometimes I can get that cost of goods lower if I get it from other vendors, like $5-8.
Yeah.
So it'll lower it down to like maybe $8-9 a pair. You think starting that at $5 would be fine, and then
I don't know. I mean, I feel like people bid more if they think they can get a deal.
Yeah.
And I feel like people, like my low end is different than Jimmy's low end. And, so what will end up happening is like, you're going to get $1 for every one of them. That's a given. You're probably going to, I don't know. Well, $5. starting to lose my voice already. $5 might not be too bad when it comes to shoes. What did the guy that you said you were watching today? What did he do?
He started all at $5, and almost all of them, except maybe for one pair, went over $30. That's the final price. And like you said, they had two people fighting over the same pairs.
And so, not. Don't build yourself up too much when answering this question. Do you feel like what he was selling is the same quality and brands as yours?
No.
You think you're better?
Other than the Hokas and what else did he have? I think it was the Hokas that was the one that I really caught my attention, because that's the one that I want to bid for, and I did. But it went for way more than I was thinking. But and then those Adidas Ultra Boosts, those are the ones that surprised me, because I have like 10 of them that I haven't even listed. And I know that it's like, wait, why am I going to wait so much time on eBay? Because, I saw them, and the sell-through rate is not that great, but they do sell. Yeah. So, I could just sell them on Whatnot. And now that, like you said, now my sourcing is going to be different. So now I can see what to actually look for, instead of just worrying about eBay, because I know that they're not going to be sitting in my garage, say, for like a month or two, or maybe even longer, because now I know that I could move it like that and still make a tiny profit, with different kinds that I wasn't sourcing before.
Right. But what I'm asking is do you think your inventory is better than what he was selling, or do you think he's got it up better than you?
I think he might have had a little better than me, mainly because he's a lot more knowledgeable with the higher end ones, or used higher end ones, and he was selling a lot of Nikes, Adidas, those kinds, but I would be selling different kind of ones also. But then I was also paying attention to the chat, and a lot of stuff that they were requesting I have, but he didn't have up. So that's what I was paying attention to.
I think you'll be okay, and maybe you can get away with. I mean, they are shoes, so But I mean, me and Jimmy are selling T-shirts mainly, so it's a little different. I think starting, but.
And mine are better than the Pittsburgh Pickers.
Some of them are.
No. I'm joking.
No, they probably are at the moment.
Most
of our good stuff is gone, and we haven't been back to the bins in quite a while because we were in vacation mode 2 weeks ago. So,
but yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like maybe $5 for me wouldn't be so bad because of the product it is.
Yeah, I mean. Give it a shot and see what happens. Is really, I mean, worst case scenario, you sell nothing, and you're no better. It's not like Whatnot's going to charge you. So,
and then maybe cut it in half. If they don't go for $5, be like, all right, well, let's just cut it in half.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen in auctions. Like
a couple times. Yeah,
at $6, they'll take it down to $3, and then all of a sudden it's like bam, 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 bam. Then it goes.
Yeah. And I've seen that in real auction, like an in-person auction, where they'll do that. They'll start it off at $5, and then they'll drop down to 10, and it will go up to like $15, $20. And it doesn't make any sense. Why didn't the guy bid on it at $5? But Marks says his average cost is under a penny. Sell-through rate's 2%. Thanks, Mark. Well, I'm starting to lose my voice here. Very bad.
And no worries. If you need to end early, it's understandable.
Yeah. So, but I think, if you guys are cool with that, we can start wrapping it up here, because I'm not going to have a voice for much longer.
That's fine.
So, what do you guys got coming up on your channel? Whoever wants to go first.
Good.
All right. So, right now, I don't actually have any videos planned. This week I'm actually going to be focusing more on trying to learn Whatnot, because my onboarding is tomorrow. Mm-hmm. I'm going to see when my first auction will be. And then, of course, I'll post it on my Instagram, and maybe I might make a short on YouTube. That way, if you guys want to join, of course, as you all know, it's going to be shoes. And that's really all I have planned for this week. I have no videos, but of course, if something comes up, I'll make a video about it.
Are you planning on having your first auction this week?
I'm going to try, because I get my girlfriend's going to be helping me out. And like I said, I do have a lot of stuff that's not even listed that I know will actually do really good on Whatnot. So I'm going to try to make it for this week. And if not, next week.
All right. Cool. Jimmy?
Yeah, I was trying to make a video, but they said no. So
said no.
I mean, I might make it. So you hear them tell me not to film. I mean, I think people are thinking, no, they're not saying it. They are. They're being strict about
there you go.
Why, but whatever. No, we're going to have the Jimmy and John show on my channel, 7 p.m. Sunday. And then
Mhm.
I have Whatnot on at 7 o'clock on Friday. And
Cool.
that's it for me.
Yeah. We are planning a Whatnot auction on the weekend too. I don't know what time we're going to do it yet though, because we haven't got it exactly figured out. So we don't know exactly, but it's either going to be Friday or Saturday afternoon. So Friday, what time are you having yours? 7. So ours is
7.
going to be like 7:15.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah.
I'll send them over.
Thanks. No, it'll probably be like, if it's going to be on Friday, probably be like 9:30, somewhere around there. But, and then hopefully I'll get that once my voice comes back. I'll get that picture, why pictures sell video together, and hopefully get it out to you guys next week. And then other than that, me and Sarah are back live here Thursday at 9. So that's about it for us. Sorry I had to end it a little early, but
Oh, you're good.
you guys
No
won't
worries.
be. I'll be like, okay, Ed, so what's coming up on your channel? So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. The three of us are back here live next Monday, so we will see you then.
Really appreciate you guys being here.
Bye.
Good day, sir!